Hey, good morning, everyone. So it's another update, the COVID-19, or as I've been calling it, the zombie apocalypse updates. So I guess just some quick news. So today, later on today, we have I have another call with the Chief Investment Officer of Julius Baer this time. So if you're not familiar with Julius Baer, they're the third largest Swiss bank, but they're the only pure private bank from those top three. So they have no investment banking opportunities. They are just a private bank, which means they look after very, very wealthy clients. I've been a very good client of them for many years. In fact, if you type in Julius Baer Jeremy Harbour into YouTube, there's a 15-minute video that they did with me as a client, talking about how to help small businesses and how to support small businesses. So yeah, go and have a look at that if you want to have some more insight there. But yeah, Julius Baer, very well respected private wealth bank, and yeah, their CIO is going to be sharing their view of the world as it stands right now. So other things noteworthy today, China had 0 new cases, which is obviously a massive breakthrough. Here in Singapore, we have had a small spike, 47 new cases. That's the most in a single day. Nearly all of those were imported, so that's Singapore residents returning from foreign countries. We have a fantastic system of kind of containment here, so I'm pretty confident that it will be back under control in a reasonably short time frame. But of course, yeah, it's Indonesia has just gone into a full shutdown from for a month. So we're hoping we don't get a similar thing happening here in Singapore. But look, important news for small businesses, because look, they're the ones that are going to be most affected, and they're the ones that I really care about. In fact, that's Julius Baer's building right behind me there, you can see. Yeah, for small businesses. So look, there's a stimulus package that's expected to come from the UK. It's from the US. It's working its way through Congress at the moment. So that's the sort of the delay there. So hopefully they're anticipating some news on that on Friday, which would be great relief going into the weekend. Otherwise, I think it probably would be announced over the weekend or Monday. The UK have announced their stimulus package. So there is a business interruption loan scheme, which they've increased now to up to 5 million per business. And as a business owner, it's up to you to reach out to your bank to find out about the terms and availability of that. But basically, it's a loan with no interest for 6 months. And I would really advise looking into whether you qualify for this. I would possibly even argue if it doesn't look like you need it now, because these things can take a little while to process and to go through. So at least having that in progress would probably be a good idea. And look, banks aren't always that helpful at the best of times, and so this is really your chance to kind of lean back on them. Also, HMRC are offering flexibility around time to pay. So time to pay is where you can't pay your VAT or pay PAYE on time. You can ring up and ask for time to pay. Again, I would suggest that you do that, because quite often very big amounts of cash are leaving your business for PAYE and VAT each month. And I would say that this is the time you need to be conserving cash. You can always catch those payments up again later, but you really need to make sure that you have a war chest to prioritise payments for staff and key suppliers to keep things moving through this difficult time, and make sure that you're armed and ready to take advantage of opportunities when everything opens back up and starts to move forward. So I've often used this expression of getting your retaliation in first, which is a slightly jokey way of saying that you need to take the action before you need to take the action. So you need to be a bit preemptive with all of this stuff, because when you have to be reactive, you make terrible decisions from a point of desperation. So it's much better to make those decisions before the desperation kicks in. There's also some grants. So they've identified 700,000 small businesses that they will give a grant to. I think they'd originally announced 3,000 per business figure. They've increased that to 10,000 now. So they're literally just going to give the helicopter money, 10 grand to the 700,000 businesses. I don't know how those have been identified. I would probably need to Google to see if you qualify for one of those. They just said for the 700,000 smallest businesses. And then the other one is mortgage holidays. So there is a 3-month mortgage holiday that your lender will give you. So again, worth reaching out to your mortgage lender if you have a commercial mortgage or a residential mortgage, and taking advantage of that 3-month holiday just to conserve as much cash as possible to make sure that you have the ability to fight your way through this situation. I don't think there's a risk that by you taking advantage of some of these opportunities that it means that others can't. I don't think it's a finite situation. I think this is available to everybody who needs it, and so I would say that it's a good idea to do this preemptively just to make sure that your employees are going to be paid, and that you get that business continuity going forwards. If anybody out there has any questions or needs any help, then Unity Group and the Harbour Club community are always available to try and help small businesses. That's our whole raison d'etre, and I will do another video later after I get off the call with Julius Baer. So I will let you know what their view of the world is and how it's all evolving. So stay safe and speak later. Oh, and of course, when we're speaking later, you're going to get to see me not wearing sportswear, because I normally do these just before going to the gym. So my wife's complaining that all my videos I seem to be wearing sportswear. But I will be looking normal later. Speak soon.